All right, so pretty much got it, everything laid out. I have started screwing the deck boards down. Actually, mostly all of them does actually have maybe one in it. Um, big to deal here. This hot dollar wood is sometimes hard to work with. Some of this was bowed, which would obviously throw your measurements off back there on the back corner. 1/16 or a half inch is a lot when you put down deck boards. Anyways, the main concern was my center mark, trying to get everything center and square. Like I said, squares been a big issue. These deck boards, some of them you get, they're 8 foot and a half inch, 8 foot and 5/8, 8 foot and 1/4. So yeah, a little bit hard to deal with. We're gonna start screwing a lot of this down. I don't know how much time we got. Looks like it's gonna rain here pretty soon again. So we're gonna screw down what we can and go from there. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to start putting my 4x4s up on the top of these 6x6s, getting my roof ready. I don't see why I can't. Like I said, this rain is something else. Alright, so pretty much the deck is done. I broke one ear off right there going around that post. As high dollars this stuff is, it sure doesn't seem like it's good quality, but I don't do this every day either. I'm an electrician, so I don't build a whole lot, hardly ever. But we're gonna get through this one for sure. Come out pretty good. I gotta go back and straighten the sides up some. I got my chalk box right here. Charge the saw. I gotta get a good straight cut on the sides. Some of these deck boards, 8.5 feet, 8.25 feet. I guess you take it for granted they're supposed to be 8 foot, but it is what it is. We're just gonna take a chalk box, stripe a straight edge down that side, and also on that far side over there. Get that straightened up, and then we're gonna start trying to put the roof on. We'll get close anyways. We will we'll get back with y'all in a little while and get started. All right, so we done started the uprights. We're gonna use 4x4s up on top. It's like a header beam. We're using them long dudes right there to hold them 4x4s down with. We got 2x6s, 16-footers. This is 12x16, 12 foot wide, 16 long. We're gonna go cut them down to 14s on the top. We started cutting the end off there. I'm only leaving like I think it's 8 inches off the side. That's plenty of overhang. Some people do a foot, some people do, I guess it's whatever they want. So yeah, we're working on that. And there's our 2x6s, 16-footers. And just so y'all know, I do not do this every day. Actually, I was wanting something a lot smaller. My wife talked me into this. I'll tell you what, she really brings it out in me, because she throws all these ideas and she always says, you can do that, you can do that. So that's what we got. We're gonna start on that back wall here in a little bit. All right, we back. We cut all of our 2x6s, 14 foot, give overhang a little on each side. Nothing big. So we got to string up. What we're doing is we're gonna follow suit with that one to the last one over there. And you're just gonna take them and butt them up to the string. Get our centers right, and start screwing them down. I put a come along in here earlier. That back post right there. When I put it in, it was level. At some point, I didn't look at it to see if the post was bowed. I did while I was at Lowe's, but I don't remember seeing it. But either way, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. So it was out like a little over an inch. I think somewhere actually around just shy over a half an inch, probably around 5/8, which is a lot when you putting the roof on. I guess kind of wanted to get it straight as possible. Well, we got it straight. We put a comb along in there. I got the two outer bands set and ready. I don't really like these right here. I think I'm just gonna toenail all of mine. Toe screw all of them, 3.5-inch screws. Yeah, it's coming along. A lot of work, that's for sure. A lot of work. We got us a fall on it. I didn't want nothing really drastic. I mean, we're putting metal on this, so it's not like it's shingle for the water to roll back under the shingle or something. And again, this is just an outdoor cooking area. It's all it's gonna be. Nothing special. Like I said, I'm not a pro with this. I don't even do this for a living. I've been doing electrical work for almost 20 years. This is just something me and my wife wanted to build, cook under, have chats, place to chill out, grill, smoke. Anyways, we'll get back with y'all here in a short. We started putting the slats on for the tin. Of course, it's getting ready to start raining. I got this last strip, 1x5, 1x4, put down for the tin. So we started putting the metal roof on this morning, and so far so good, except for I miscounted on the sheets. I think I'm five short, but it's the way it is. You don't do this every day, so you don't know the do's and don'ts. I'll have to run the Lowe's and get some more here pretty in a little while, and then we'll get our screws and start screwing some of it down. I've already unscrewed some of it to get started. Probably best to chalk a line up there and do it. Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so we done started on the roof, screwing it all down. Got a chalk lines put out. It's pretty bright up here. I don't know how this camera's gonna do up here, but that's what we got so far. It's I think I got 2 sheets left over on the end, and then the roof will be done. We like I said, I don't do this for a living. I think it come out pretty decent. Anything you do like this, you ain't never done before, you're gonna have flaws somewhere. And if anybody sees anything, hey, pick it out. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Like I said, this ain't my forte. It's just something I've been picking up over the past few years, working on the house, and we're gonna get started here in a little bit, putting them last 2 on, and then we got some screws to put down. I got most of it screwed down now. Not all of it, but most of it. I will say this though, is as high as material is right now with wood and metal and whatnot, you would honestly think that some of the prices that they asked for it would be legit. All of this comes from Lowe's. I have bought some second hand, but really won't too happy with the material. Some of this right here was good to work with, but then some not. One of my 6x6 posts, I didn't like completely check it out, and it was bowed somewhere between the 8-foot mark and these are 10 footers and 12s. So one of them obviously was bowed a little bit, which threw my center off on my 4x4s, and so that's why earlier you saw me come along right here and hold it back like it's supposed to be, and it wasn't much. We're talking like 3/4 of an inch, right at 3/4 of an inch, and that's a lot. 2 of my 16 footers, my bands, one of them was flowed pretty bad. Like I said, it's hard to get good quality stuff. I can only imagine how it is for some of the guys that do this for a living. It would irritate the fool out of me. But yeah, that's what we got. All right, so we back. Got the roof all complete. Metal roofing went all right, went pretty good. Had to go back to Lowe's though. I miscounted. It happens. I don't know nobody that gets everything first trip, but we squared him up, cut the straight edges on both sides of it. Just took a chalk box and striped the line there. So real quick, this I won't talk too long, but kind of like on this side right here in the front, somewhere like right in here, we're gonna put a small bar, put like 3 or 4 bar stools here. I've got a couple grills. I got good old Oklahoma. This is my favorite, one of my favorite grills anyways. I got a Blackstone. Both of those are going under there on the back side. On the back wall right there. Basically gonna put a 3-foot, like a 3-foot handrail, I guess. 3-foot rail around the sides and the back. And probably gonna do maybe, I don't know, maybe do the same type of metal. Something like that. The rib metal. Just do it vertical, like 3 foot high all the way around. Y'all let me know what you think. Definitely want the bottom of it 3 foot up on the sides and in the back all the way around. Just to keep the air down, if you will, while you're cooking back there. I think for the most part, the upper part's gonna be open, of course. I ain't closing it in or nothing. This side over here, we're probably gonna put probably a table right here on this side, maybe. I don't know yet. It just depends. It's just me and my wife, and we wanted a spot to come chill. She can come out here and edit some of these videos I'll be doing and she be doing. It's definitely a big positive of us using this to go live occasionally. We're probably gonna work on some of that towards the end of the year, going live a little bit more. So yeah, I hope y'all like the video. Sorry I couldn't get completely everything. It's so much. That and the first 2 days of dealing with thunder showers and rain. I'm doing this on my day off. Started Friday. Here we are Sunday morning, maybe around lunch. I had to put the deck on, force the roof, trusses, and then the metal. So this is where we're at. We're probably gonna get out here sometime in the next couple weeks. Nothing, we're not gonna be rushing or nothing, but I'm gonna probably start on the handrail somewhat. Definitely gonna have the grills in here soon. I got some lights we're gonna put up on it. So yeah, it'd be a cool little spot to. And for some of y'all that don't know, This backyard is like our spot. It's our spot to come and hang out, and we really like it back here. And again, we do live in the city, but it's really quiet, as you can tell. It's not a lot of noise. We've got our pool, and then we got our garden over there. We love our garden. It's one of them things where, you know, just kind of come out here and chill after the day. I work, shoot, sometimes 50, 60 hours, 70 hours a week at my regular job, so a spot to wind down is a must. And I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be it right here. We really enjoy it back here. Hope y'all got a little something out of it. Like I said, again, I'm not a professional, none whatsoever. I've actually watched people do this crap. It looks easy, but it ain't easy. I can tell you that. I do electrical. I've been doing it for 20 years, and some people say, well, Mike, you fool with stuff you can't see. How do you do that every day? I don't know. It's just something I do. Building and doing any type of work like this is takes a special person, I think. I'm trying to get it. I've only been fooling with wood and building stuff for just only a few years. I didn't have the time, nor did I have didn't have the time, nor did I have it like that, if you will. I guess over the years of putting in several hundred hours of overtime per year, you know, this allowed me and the wife to be able to do stuff like this. So yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Hit the like button, and we'll see y'all in the next one.